Friggin' right. Oh, what we're going to have today, fellas? What are we even going to have today? Alright, fellas, welcome back. My goodness. The first of 2016's beer reviews coming up now. We're starting it today, so here we go. I'm going to start with this one from Japan. Coedo, or Coedo, or Kata. I don't know how you pronounce it. Coedo from Japan. This is an imperial sweet potato amber. Oh, super premium Japanese craft beer. And what's the percent on this one? 7%. 7%. So on the back here it says brewed with roasted Kentucky sweet potatoes from Saitama, Japan. This imperial amber is rich and smooth bodied in style, perfectly balanced with earthy hop bitterness and an aroma of caramel, sweet potato and hops. My goodness, so sweet potato in a beer. Never even heard of it. Well, let's get it cracked open and into a glass and see what we think about it. A good hiss. Alright, yeah, that's interesting. Let's get her into a glass and see what we think, guys. So as always, I'd like to thank our channel sponsors, BeersOfEurope.co.uk. They are the biggest online beer store in the UK and their selection is vast, covering the globe, so go and check them out. Oh, let's get that in there. My goodness, that does look barley wine-esque. Barley wine-esque. It's a lovely ruby red colour. It's formed a bit of a head, but it's dissipating quickly. I can hear it from here. But that colour is really sort of barley wine-esque. It's not filtered. I can see tiny little particles floating about in there. Oh my goodness. Let's go in for an aroma, guys. That's different. It smells very crystally. It smells like there's a lot of crystal malts in there. But it's also got a rye aroma. It's almost like a spicy, malty caramel aroma. Like a burntish toffee. The aroma's good. The head's gone. Let's dive in for a taste. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Wow, that's different. You know what? That's nice. That ain't half bad at all. It's got a lovely amount of carbonation to it. It's just enough without being too much. It's sort of on the border. And I think a beer like this needs a touch more carbonation just to freshen it up and keep it sort of moving around, because the mouthfeel, as they described on the label, is plentiful. It's a good mouthfeel. It's not heavy, but you definitely know the mouthfeel is sort of present. It's not watery at all. Now I was expecting, for some reason, maybe because in my mind I'm thinking sweet potato, I was thinking a real sweet, claggy beer. And I'm not getting that at all. And I think that's because the toffee element that's running through it is quite a savoury toffee flavour, if that makes sense. It's not overly sweet. It's almost like the toffee has sort of started to catch on the pan. It's started to sort of turn a little bit. It's very much reminiscent of a bonfire toffee. Over here in the UK, we get a really dark sort of molasses sort of toffee, which is very dark, and you only need a little bit of it at a time. It's normally broken up into bits in a box, and it's a real sort of deep molasses toffee flavour, and that is what you're getting from this. And I think that's the reason why it's not coming across too sweet, because that sort of bitterness that's coming off the sort of over overcooked toffee is sort of keeping everything in check. It's a good beer. It's funny because you swallow it and you know the toffee's there, and then there's nothing, and then it sort of comes back, and I think it's that's adding the bitterness to it. I think it's the sort of specialty malts that are adding more bitterness than the hops are doing. There's not a vast amount of hop presence, nothing that's really standing out, so it's mainly about this nice, rich, indulgent, dark toffee molasses sort of body and flavour that runs through the aroma into the flavour. Trying to think what I would put it to, what I would try and marry it to, which I've had before, and really the only thing I can think of is I don't know, something. It's almost like a rye beer, because it's got that sort of malty spiciness to it, as well as that treacle. So if you like your rye beers, give this one a go. So there we go, the first one of 2016, Coedo, Japanese sweet beer, Japanese sweet potato beer, Imperial sweet potato amber. Give it a go, guys, give it a go. So as always, I will leave a link directly to this beer on BeersOfEurope.co.uk, as well as a link to their main shop. Go and peruse their stock, it is vast. And that's it, fellas. I'm going to go inside and enjoy the rest of this. My goodness, carbonation. Until next time, I'm out of here.